Hello friends and fellow VEDSies, and welcome back to yet another day of VEDS. One of the things I have greatly enjoyed over the past week or so is all your responses to the questions I posed earlier this month, specifically the question about which age version of you would you like to go on a road trip with. Like I mentioned in that initial video, this is a question I asked at a party last year, and so I already kind of had my own response to it, but I was curious to hear what y'all's responses would be before I started with mine. But now I think it is due time that I answer my own question and talk about me as a child. You see, I kind of have this pretty clear version of me from, let's say, 10 years ago onward. Recent memory can pretty easily go back 15 to 25, 16 to 26, easy to remember. I may get caught up a little bit in self-deprecation and acknowledging the growth that I have made as faults to my past, which I think is something I definitely need to work on. Basically, I need to realize that acknowledging the maturity that I have now gained does not mean I have to villainize the immaturity that I used to have. But I should recognize it at least, and recognize that me as a teenager, I'm not saying I wouldn't get along with him. I'm saying we'd have some issues. However, once you get past that, then you get into a period of time that becomes more and more hazy, and my memory of myself kind of flattens out, and the stories I tell myself about that point also kind of become more and more simplistic. And at this point, I'm just really curious. If I went back and took a road trip with me as a 10-year-old, what would that be like? Would it actually line up with the memories and how I imagine myself from that time, or would it be different? In reality, there's no way to know because this is not possible. However, it is a thought exercise that I like to go back to from time to time because it helps me to remember that my memories are not perfect, that they are memories upon memories upon memories, files that have been sifted through many times and have thus been a little distorted, and that I shouldn't treat them as gospel. And I think that helps when you come to understand yourself in the modern day, understanding that there was never a stagnant version of you in the past, that you have always been changing, always been growing, always been evolving. And that's why I would like to take a road trip with my 10-year-old self. So, friends and fellow VEDSies, I will see you tomorrow.